The Housemaid. This is the new Sydney Sweeney, Amanda Seyfried thriller thing that's based on a book. I will state very clearly right now. Let's ignore Sydney Sweeney's controversy and judge this as a movie, okay? I don't like her as a person. I think that controversy, people should right to be furious, but we're not going to talk about that. Also, I should just state I've never read the books. I have nothing against the books. I'm sure they're good. I just haven't checked them out. Okay? So we're just going to talk about this movie as a movie. And as a movie, I fucking hated this movie, and it's definitely going to be on my worst of the year list. This movie is directed by Paul Feig, and I did not realize that going into this movie, and that really should have set the tone for me, because Paul Feig has not made a good movie in maybe ever. I feel like there's one or two that I think maybe at one point I thought were decent, but I've kind of reversed my thoughts on. He is just one of those directors that feels like he's kind of up his own ass and kind of just does what he wants, for better or worse. And I feel like some of his movies have an audience, but majority of the time he's making movies for him. And sometimes that's really what you gotta do. You gotta make a movie for you, right? Make things that you're happy making. I mean, don't always, but at the same time, you do have to do a mixture of both and make movies entertaining. Avatar movies are great examples of that. But yeah, we don't need to get into all that. But I'm just saying, like, I just don't care for his stuff. So I was already at a disadvantage going into this movie. And I'm not a fan of Sydney Sweeney right now. As an actress, she's fine, but like, as a person, fuck that shit. So, how do I put this? I did not hate this movie because of any of those reasons. I mean, well, actually, some of them played into it. I was kind of interested in what this movie was, because I really enjoy movies like Hand That Rocks the Cradle, like these really creepy, like, thrillers in someone's house and things like that. And it just, in the way they play around with that is really good. But really the biggest problem with this movie is Sydney Sweeney and Amanda Seyfried are both two really good actors who are acting in two different movies. Sydney Sweeney needed to be playing this role with a little more tongue-in-cheek to it than she was, and she feels very misplaced in this. Amanda Seyfried feels like she's playing it on the right level, playing in the role, in the world, perfectly. So you got two great actors who are kind of playing in awkward spaces, and just leaves some kind of awkwardness to it. And so it really just hurts the movie. Also, this movie's not very well directed, and it's just very boring. And so I just wasn't really engaged with anything going on in this movie. And I was just kind of done with it. I zoned out very quickly, and it seemed like even the audience I was watching it with wasn't too interested in a lot of the movie. And that's not really a good sign for a movie that is a suspense thriller and supposed to keep you engaged of what's going on. And I feel like it needed a little more just stuff going on to it. I didn't really feel like this movie also had much of a point to it. I didn't really care for it. The Housemaid, it's a movie. I didn't like it. Don't go see it. Better movies out. We'll see Avatar 3, I guess. I don't know.